Discipline doesn't mean forcing yourself to work hard even when you don't feel motivated. But discipline is creating systems that would allow you to work hard even when motivation ends. If you don't know me, my name is Irfan Girei, and my mission is to help young Muslim men become closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by being disciplined, ambitious, and living with intention. I've served as an imam for the last 2 years, and I've memorized half of the Qur'an by the permission of Allah. And in this video, I'm going to teach you the 3 frameworks that helped me become much more disciplined. My discipline journey, I've been up and then I've been dip and then up again, down again, up again, down again. Very recently I was down, but now I'm back up. And I've noticed that when I'm disciplined, I'm extremely disciplined, and when I'm not disciplined, I'm extremely not disciplined. And I formulated there are 3 lessons I think every single young Muslim man needs, because I don't think there is any there will be systems, I'll be creating systems here and there, but it's kind of the 80-20, 80% of the effort comes with these 3 lessons, and then the rest of the 20% will kind of have these systems and everything. And I think I will create a full guide on this topic. There are 3 things. The very first one is delay. I will list it out and then I will explain one by one. Delay is dangerous. Do what is required and habit stacking. I know it sounds lame or something like that, but hear me out. The first thing, delay is dangerous. All the days I was extremely undisciplined was that, for example, if I wake up, I want to sit down to record. I haven't recorded a video I was 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. right now. I was supposed to be recording at 12 hours earlier than this thing, but because there were things that happened in my life and I really want to make this video today. So if you're a young Muslim, I was struggling with discipline, consistency, and distractions in your life, I've got a free gift for you. I'm offering a completely free one-to-one strategy call where I'll look at your specific problem, see how we can improve and create an actionable step-by-step plan for you. And before you skip the video, it's completely free. Again, no payments, no sign-ups, nothing. Just you and me. If you're interested, it will be linked down below. Let's get back to the video. I wake up. Sometimes I feel undisciplined. I feel I have a little bit less willpower. The very first thing you do really matters, because the moment I sit down on this chair with have this foggy feeling and all these things, the moment after a few minutes, I'm done. But when I go back to bed, okay, I don't take action. I delay it. The longer I delay it, thinking, no, don't worry, I'll do it. Thinking, no, don't worry. Before you know it, maybe I've slept. So that's the thing. Delay is dangerous. Whenever you know you're supposed to do something, the moment, just don't even negotiate with your feeling and just go and do that thing. Because the longer you delay it, the more I'm sure you kind of relate to this. Just have a kind of this I would say it's as if you have a timer. The moment you hear, okay, I'm supposed to eat, okay, boom, I'm supposed to eat. Okay, I'm supposed to exercise, okay, boom, just go. Just look at your calendar, what do you have? Okay, boom. Don't even wait for a few minutes, because the moment you wait, like I said, you delay this thing and then you start to negotiate with your emotions, and then okay, don't worry, and then do something else. Okay, so delay is dangerous. The second thing, do what is required. And this is it's as if a message to myself, because I used to follow my feelings for a very long time, and I highly preach that don't follow your feelings. Although there are certain occasions where your feelings can't help you, but majority of the time, your feelings, your brain wants comfort. That's the thing. So sometimes I might wake up, I'm feeling sometimes my brain will be like, your health is in danger, and all these things. I'll be like, okay, let me just go back to bed. A lot of these times, you just have to do what is required, and people will be like, I don't want to push myself to do all these things. Okay. To help you, I think there's one formula I use, which is to help you, I think there's one analogy I can give. And when you think about this analogy, you realize that, okay, this is not a problem. Imagine if you woke up after 4 hours of night sleep. And majority of people will be like, 4 hours of night sleep? No, I need 8 hours, I need this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're supposed to work and you got only 4 hours of sleep. You're supposed to wake up and work, but you only have 4 hours of sleep. What will you do in that occasion? And everyone will be like, majority of people will be like, nah, I don't just go back to bed for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then I will go to work. Okay. If you do that thing, and they will start to cope and saying no, it's productive. No, all these things. Okay, I understand. I know this is productive. I know it's all these things. But in the very same situation, if you bring out a gun into their head and tell them you must work, they will not bring up but if I work with a gun in my head, I will be less productive. No. They will not negotiate with their emotions at all. Their brain will not even convince them at all, because there's this pressure, there's this gun in their head. So in one occasion, because there is no pressure, you'll be like, no, my brain, you start to negotiate with your emotions. But on the other end, if there's a gun into your head, you will do what is required regardless of your feelings. So I'm telling you, your brain is meant to keep us alive, not to make us win. Okay, so sometimes in order for you to win, you have to just stop listening to your emotions. If, for example, the days when I sit down, I'm recording, but my brain is still foggy and all these things, I've started recording and it's still foggy, then fine, I can go back to bed. Or maybe if you're working in your own study, or maybe you're doing your Qur'an, you're doing exercise, whatever. If the pain is still there, then fine. Don't even hate yourself and just go back to bed. But the thing is that we tend to, when we're doing like bad habits, sometimes I would not sleep. I would get up, I bring my phone, I'm like, okay, I will just, like, watching content makes me sleepy, so I will just watch the content. You gotta understand what I mean, right? The discipline is not that we hate the feeling, although we don't want to feel bad. That's the thing, I don't even want to feel bad. But when you have the mindset of doing what is required, your brain will kind of create this identity of, I'm a person who does what is required regardless of my feelings. Okay, we have to have this mindset. I said the first one is delay is dangerous. I said the second one is do what is required. The third thing is habit stacking. And I noticed like on the days I was very like in the highest, like the third thing is habit stacking. And for a while there was a time I was going like to exercise in the morning. Like right now I don't do it because I'm in the extreme season, but after extreme season I will go back and continue my exercise. So in the morning time when I'm exercising, I would kind of do this cardio and then do some push-ups and all these things. After that, I'll be like, I'll sit down, I would cross my legs and I'll meditate immediately after the exercise. I'll meditate, and immediately after the meditation, I'll bring my phone and then I'll write this gratitude. Sometimes I don't write it, but most of the time I do write it. And I noticed that was the days I had a very long streak of meditation. I have about 40 days of meditation. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes by the time it's day 40, I think I was meditating for about 10-20 minutes a day, 15 to 20 minutes a day. So all this stack, I was doing a habit immediately after the next habit, and that is what habit stacking. Find an existing habit you do, add another habit to that thing. The thing I said is that is because sometimes, like at night, you cannot willpower yourself. You've lost the majority of the willpower. Although even that, when you have a gun in your head, you find a way to bring all this willpower and everything. So I really think that although the willpower is low at night, that is why you'll be prone to all these distractions. But if you made up your mind, like regardless, like sometimes I can still do this and sometimes I can still work at night when the willpower is low. So you really have to just think about all these things. When your willpower is low at night, maybe or maybe not, and you try to push a habit, sometimes you might have a moment of weakness and then you'll be like, no, don't worry, I'll do it tomorrow. So do all these things. The first one I said, delay is dangerous. The second one is do what's required. The third thing is habit stacking. These three things, I'm telling you, like, it says about 80% of everything. The point of discipline is like, in order for you to push yourself to disciplines, when the pain of comfort is greater than the pain of growth, that is when you'll be disciplined. And then it's like the opposite, and then that's when you enter this rut and then you'll be so undisciplined. So do these three things. I promise you, like, your discipline journey will be like 80% of it will be gone, and then the rest 20% will be like systems. Sometimes when you are feeling low and you kind of like build these systems and then strategies, techniques, and all these things are the 20%, but the majority of the 80% is these three things. And I hope this video was helpful. I would like to end with a humble quote: too much attention makes a donkey think he's a lion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.